Oh, I shouldn't have played the ColecoVision version of this first. Hi, welcome back to the Spanish Gamer. Today we are playing 3 games for the Atari 2600. We are playing Zaxxon, Pitfall, and Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. So our first game today is Zaxxon, which came out in 1982. And we could see from the box art here, it's based on an arcade game, the official Zaxxon by Sega. And back of the box, here's how to play. This fantastic 3-dimensional space battle game puts you in control of a futuristic spaceship. Your ship zooms over an alien asteroid and dives down to attack the enemy installations. Your ship must avoid hazardous walls, enemy fire, and other unforeseen dangers. Can you survive and score? Probably not. So this game was the first game to employ axisymmetric projection, which is the point of view of the game. It was also the first game that was advertised on television. So that's interesting, but first arcade game anyway, maybe not the Atari 2600 version. All right, so let's get right into the game. This is Zaxxon. Oh, that's a horrible sound. I hope that goes away. Okay, so we got a little plane ship guy thing. This is not the same point of view as the arcade game. Earlier, I actually played this ColecoVision version of this game on my Patreon channel, which does have the proper point of view and is amazingly much better and actually 3D and quite interesting. This version is weird. Yeah, you can fly up and down and you gotta judge like height and stuff, but Atari doesn't make this easy. Yeah, it's hard to judge your height in this version of the game compared to the other other things. Oh, I shouldn't have played the ColecoVision version of this first. You tried to do too much, Atari. You tried to do too much. Some games you just shouldn't have bothered to try to port to your system. It loses so much of what made this game cool. So the fact that the ColecoVision could pull it off says something. So let's rate it. So graphics, they're not so great. They attempt to do kind of a 3D thing, but check out the ColecoVision version if you want to see how it should be done. Sound, it had that horrible sound at the beginning, and it's a very annoying sound. Music, there is none. Story, we didn't really get any. Controls, it's hard to judge how high you are up to shoot other things. So they're just going to get a 1.5. Funness, 1.5. Doesn't hold my attention. A 1, and overall Zaxxon on the Atari 2600 is going to get a 1.5. Let's move on to the next game. All right, our next game today is Pitfall, which came out in 1982. And that's the box art there. Let's take a closer look at that. It's got an Activision typical box art of Pitfall Harry swinging through the jungle. And back of the box, Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure, conceived and designed by David Crane for one fearless fortune hunter at a time. Let me introduce myself. I am Pitfall Harry, veteran jungle explorer. Fortune hunting's my game, and yours too if you're daring enough to take this trip with me. Don't be nervous. I'll be your guide through the jungle, and I'm one of the best. He's gonna kill us, isn't he? Untold riches are waiting for us in there, but there's dangers a dozen times over. We'll be swinging on vines over bottomless tar pits, hopping across swamps, using crocodile heads like stepping stones. We'll be searching underground through dark passageways, crawling with killer scorpions. So pack up your backpack and meet me at the jungle at dawn, and we'll set off to seek king's ransom and gold, diamonds, and lost treasures in Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure. So this game is one of the most popular and successful games of all time, but I think it's interesting that David Crane drew out on a piece of paper the concept for this game. It took him about 10 minutes, and it took about 1,000 hours of programming to make this. This game uses non-flickering sprites on the Atari, which is crazy, and there are 256 different screens in Pitfall. And all those screens use something called a polynomial counter to generate them, and it fits in just 50 bytes of code on the cartridge. Just crazy. So this is a technical achievement. It's a good game. David Crane, you're the man. All right, let's play. Let's play some Pitfall. All right. So I don't remember much about, oh man, where you're supposed to go or any of that stuff, but I know you just kind of wander around and get treasures, and you have a time limit to try to end 2 lives. So you're trying to get, you're trying to get the treasures as fast as possible, and if you know the screens, man, I suck. Okay, come on. Come on, Pitfall Harry. There we go. I just have to get off of it. Okay. Controls are good. Stupid crocodiles. I jumped right in his mouth. I'm rewinding that. Whoop. Okay. Let's start over. Let's go. No, let's not go that way. Let's go down here. Yeah, this game had ladders. You can go up and down. There's a whole different path. Stupid scorpion. Alright. We got a snake. At least need to get a treasure. Okay, we can jump over this. The vines are actually like a Pong ball, essentially. The Atari system itself was never meant for games like this. It was designed to play essentially versions of Pong and versions of Tank or Combat, and that was it. So there, there's like, I think 2 player sprites and what they call a missile object, which is in Pong it's the ball or the bullet in Tank, and that's kind of all it was really designed to do. There's no video buffer or anything like that, so to make a game like this is crazy. So like the vines that swing are actually the missile object in the Atari code, and it's just repeated in weird offsets as the scan lines move down the screen. And yeah, there's a book called Racing the Beam about programming for the 2600. It's really interesting if you're into tech, and kind of shows how hard this system was to program for and how crazy it is that we even got things like this. But it's pretty cool. Oh, there we go. We finally got a stupid treasure. Just a money bag, though. Not a very good treasure. Yeah, and if you hit obstacles like that, your time runs faster, so you really don't want to do that. Yeah. Come on, I want to get like a gold bar or something. I want to be rich. There's a fire. I don't remember how many treasures there are in this game to collect, but there's a lot. 32, something like that. 32 treasures. I found 1. So, I got that going for me. Man, I am just not finding things. Come on. Oh, that's going to get me, isn't it? Oh, no. Yeah, come on, Pitfall Harry. Find what. There we go. We got a diamond ring. Yeah, this game's pretty cool. So we're going to rate it in Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure. Graphics are excellent for the system. 10. Sound is not a lot of it, but what sound is there is good and iconic. 8. Music, other than the vines, there really isn't any, but I'll give it a 1.5 for the vine sound. Story, it actually kind of has a story of searching for treasure in the jungle, so we'll give that a 3.5. Controls, excellent. Funness, it's about a 9. It's a bit repetitive, and it's the screens all look the same after a while. Doesn't hold my attention. Let's say about an 8. And overall, Pitfall Harry is going to get we'll give it a 9. That was Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, our last game today is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, which came out in 1982. It's another long title game. Box art just has, scene from Empire Strikes Back on the back of the box. The Imperial walkers are approaching the Rebels' power generator on the ice planet Hoth, trademark. Unless you can prevent them, they'll blow up the entire rebel base. There's still time, so blast off in your snowspeeder, trademark, and try to destroy Imperial walkers with a barrage of missiles. It'll take all your skills as a pilot and all of your daring as a rebel. A unique radar band scans the entire battlefield, 8 TV screens wide. Okay, as the walkers head towards the power generator, aim, fire, try to weaken and destroy the walker, hit a flashing bomb hatch, pow, the walker is instantly destroyed. Sometimes a walker releases a smart bomb, watch out, it will follow you, shoot it down or be destroyed. When your snow speeder is damaged, land in for a valley for quick repair. And when you gain the Force, trademark, the mighty Imperial walkers are at your mercy, may the Force be with you, trademark. I like how Imperial walker is not trademarked, apparently. So I'm going to read part from the Wikipedia for a review from this. This review was published in Video Review Magazine by Harlan Ellison, the sci-fi writer. He said the game is a shamelessly exploitive little toy, the latest icon of an imbecilic industry, a time-wasting enterprise, the potential to emerge as the most virulent electronic botulism of all. The game is extremely simple-minded parameters, and it bored him off his ass. So, pretty cool. He also called it an analog for the myth of Sisyphus, providing one dreadful life lesson in those youthful intelligence who play it. You can only waste your life struggling and struggling. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it's pretty good. Let's play it. Alright, so we have ourselves a Defender clone, everybody. A Defender clone. Yay. And he just pooped a missile at me and killed me. Uh-huh. Can I destroy one of them? Nope, I can't. You suck, you really suck, trademark Lucasfilm. Hey, I did a thing. Ellison was right. Okay, let's just play it. There's not much more to the game, and apparently you can never win, because either they get to your base or you lose all your lives. Graphics, they're okay. I can kind of tell what the walkers are supposed to be. Sound is okay. Music, it has the Star Wars theme at the very beginning. That's pretty cool. We'll give that a 3. Story, it's just the one attack, one part of Empire Strikes Back. We'll give that a 2.5. Controls, it's a Defender clone. Controls are fine. 5. Funness, it's very, very, very repetitive. There's exactly one enemy. It gets a 1.5. Does it hold my attention? 1. And overall, Empire Strikes Back for the Atari 2600 is going to get a 2.5. That's Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next game.